He's fogged up. Oh, hey. There we go. We are live. Hello, everybody.
It is Tuesday. We have survived another week, a week of madness.
Last week was touch and go, but now we are back.
We are back. Wow. Let's just kick this off right. We'll
welcome to the Mid-Geek crisis.
Welcome to Mid-Geek crisis. Let's kick off the music and then we'll rock out.
Rock and roll. Let's do it.
All right. We kick off another week, and with another week kickoff, we have more. We're diving deeper into the holiday season, diving deeper into the next gen launch.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I think the last show Pedro was with us, we were barely getting any news about stuff. We had just gotten it. Now pre-orders have gone out. They're sold out. They're done.
Pre-orders are they all sold out everywhere now? Is that the news?
So the consensus is they're sold out, right? The way it's going to work from here on out all the way till Christmas will be that there will be random trickles and some random guy eating a donut and coffee flipping a switch of like allowing pre-order, turning off pre-order, allowing pre-order, turning off pre-order. I can't imagine. I don't know the algorithm of that. I don't know the algorithm.
Why is it like this?
Look,
I don't understand.
We wanted a world where everything was digital. We didn't want to get up and walk to stores anymore and stand in line. So now you've got people that don't need to stand in line and do the like 4-hour wait, 5-hour wait, 10-hour wait overnight, can just sit there, walk up to their computer or their mobile phone and go.
And order, sure.
Why are you not pre-ordering? Let me rage about it on the internet.
Dude, it is garbage. It is a trash process built by trash people. And we all endure it like morons. Right. I don't usually pre-order for exactly this reason. I don't want to help businesses figure out how many things their customers are going to order, right? Why give them that information for free? And B, it doesn't matter, right? They still run out. They still don't have enough. They still don't have extra after the pre-order season. They still fail to deliver the basic thing that people are willing to pay for. I mean, I'm not even going to say, see, the whole process just sucks. Like, you got to hit refresh, your cart empties.
It's awful.
And like, what I don't understand is that this particular launch with Microsoft today, and I'm bitching because Microsoft was garbage. Microsoft owns, but they own some of, like, they are a cloud-based service with huge servers that should be able to process these orders no problem.
Right.
They're crashing.
So, right. So look,
Amazon's crashing. Like how
right.
Does,
so here's the dilemma, right?
So okay, Rolls, let's talk about that, right? I'll take the pre-order madness over seeing the people camped out at Best Buy at 9:30 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning.
Okay.
You'll take that madness. I would rather just buy it a week later. Like, I don't understand why it's like this when Xbox and Microsoft know exactly how many people own Xboxes. Right? They have all this data. We provided to them. So why can't they just have that many pre-orders available? Why can't they just have that production available?
So
I just don't get this.
I'm never going to defend any of the big companies
anymore.
But no, I mean we don't do that. We don't do this on the show. We don't defend big corporations. We can fanboy about them a bit, but we're definitely not on their side.
No, and they suck.
So look, let's talk about this in twofold. One, we've got Microsoft and Sony, and both of them, while you can go look online and see the articles about like, oh, the Xbox pre-orders were a shamble or they were trash or whatever. And then let's talk about Sony's. They both sold out. They both went crazy.
Sony's was a mess, yeah.
But we have to talk about the different ways both of them did it. From my understanding, the way from talking to people on the inside, on the retail side, how a pre-order gets done is a company, first off, especially big companies like this, they provide you with a street date.
Yep.
Like embargoes, like NDAs, like it's contractually obligated to not break these rules, or companies will get sued.
Sure.
Time, because they could have been revealing something. If they reveal a SKU, or they reveal a name, or they reveal something about the product before the main company does it, you can get fined.
Sure.
There's all sorts of embargoes.
Can we agree that's stupid?
It is stupid.
Okay.
It is stupid. It's stupid because it's all about corporations having control about the clout and their media of their own like media. That said, whether it's stupid or not, those are the rules of the retail game that both retail and corporations agree upon. Mm-hmm. One scratches their back, the other scratches their back, etc., back and forth. So that's it. Microsoft already announced their product, they announced their price, and then they announced the date that the pre-order was going to go out 2.5 weeks prior. Yep. As in, they said September 22nd, pre-orders. Boom. That's it. They're done. We have now told you when it's going to happen and what the price is.
Yep.
Sony waited for the following week after that and said, we're going to have a 40-minute event on Thursday. And so for 40 minutes, they showed off their product, sort of, and we'll talk about that further along in the show. But they showed off their product, and then at the end of it, they say pre-orders tomorrow. 10 minutes after that, Walmart sends out a tweet and says, tomorrow, nah, we're not going to wait that long. Here's the pre-order link. And they immediately opened up the floodgate, which then created a domino effect where apparently everyone said, wait a minute, if they get to do it, we're not going to miss out on sales too. That's $500 per person that we could be getting as opposed to Walmart. Target opened up. GameStop opened up. GameStop locations opened up. You could walk in and pre-order. Then Amazon.
Which is what you did.
I did. So Best Buy and Amazon were the last two, and they didn't open up their pre-orders till maybe around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, give or take, which is about 3 hours after the conference, and other people have already pre-ordered. So all of it sold out before the official date, the date that Sony put up on their banner to their fans and said tomorrow. So everyone was like, yay, tomorrow. They put down their phones. They walked away. They weren't media invested. Yet the people that were still sitting on the Twitter and on the Facebook and on the social media were like, shit, and pre-ordered it. So people woke up the next day and were like, I'm going to pre-order the PS5. Sold out. Already sold out. You missed it out.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's crap because what's the point of pre-orders then? Right.
So here comes the next part about
it. Used to be that they were launched on a date. You went to the store and they were like, oh, we sold out. And you're like, shit. Right? Or you'd wait the next day, or you'd wait a week and they'd have dozens of copies, or you walked to Toys R Us and there was stacks of them on the shelves, right?
Right.
It just seems weird to me that like a pre-order shouldn't be limited. At the very least, it could be like, all right, you're wave 1, you're wave 2. It just the whole thing is a mess. I don't get why it's so dumb. So here Rolls points out the perfect example here, right? Not to mention companies love pre-orders because they get that interest, right? They get all that cash without having to put it into inventory yet, and they look fantastic on the books, right? So, but depending on your timing you're going to look great with your cash flow. This is what they do, right? They get the 3% interest on the million.
So how does that work?
Take as much as they can.
No one has taken my money yet. No one has taken my money, right? So like GameStop took 50, right? Yeah. GameStop, a brick and mortar, I can understand why they want collateral because they're going to hold it. And if you don't come in after a certain amount of time, they're going to sell it, and then you'll get your $50 back, etc. Right. But online, Amazon doesn't require anything. They don't even ping your credit card.
No, not till they ship it. Right.
Best Buy does. Best Buy puts a hold, and then we'll give it back to you. Walmart takes all the money.
Yeah, of course, Walmart takes the money.
Target takes all the money. Yep. So very few of them do that. So the big boxes don't. So.
I would put Target and Walmart in the big box stores.
As in the two big box stores, Walmart and Target both take the money. I'm not sure if Target gives it back. I didn't get any clarity on that one, but I know Walmart doesn't. Walmart holds it and holds that hold. If it's a credit card,
Walmart loves it.
But Walmart, if it's a debit card, is going to take that money and hold on to it till it ships. It's done. You've paid for it that moment. So that's interesting to me that 3% interest and all that. But for pre-orders for something this expensive or big, something that's not coming out for another month and a half, I don't see how they don't get any money. Like I don't see how they get anything other than numbers.
Well, they have the express. I guess you can cancel your pre-orders maybe, but
Right.
they have the commitment.
Right.
And probably the percentage chance of people canceling their pre-orders is extremely low in a sold-out unit environment. So this could be part of their crappy marketing scheme, which is just garbage. So the sad part about it is that it works, and every year the pre-orders get worse and worse. It's like PAX East, man. It's like every year buying tickets got worse and worse and worse.
So Sony apologized about 3 days later. This is on the 19th.
Oh, we're sorry.
Well, I mean, and we truly apologize for that. But then they threw their retailers under the bus. Over the next few days, we'll release more consoles. Will be available. We didn't understand. We didn't know the demand for our product. It's kind of which is a lie, right? Here's the part where more lies upon lies on Sony, and we'll talk about later in the show. Is the fact that one, there are embargoes, so that means that they gave the SKU numbers and the prices to the retailers before everything went live with their 40-minute. So that means, Walmart had to have had marketing with the official price and the SKU numbers, when most places don't give you that until the last second because they don't want this to happen. So for Sony to say,
but you walk into a meeting room and Walmart's in that meeting room.
Yeah, right.
You're doing everything Walmart says. There's
and from someone that I know worked in that environment, you're absolutely correct.
There's no Walmart says jump, you jump. There's no.
I just don't like it's their apology sounds to me like they liked the hype. They liked the press. They liked
all these free impressions, all that.
They wanted to get to that, like, oh look, we sold out in one day.
Yeah. That's or 40 minutes or an hour. Or we sold out. We built a time machine and we sold out the day before we were supposed to start selling.
Right.
Right. Like that's how crazy they are. And then Sakuri, please. Yeah. Look at any limited edition console. I think that's different. These aren't limited edition consoles. This is
like launch edition to get you in the door with their new product. There's nothing limited about it. They're going to pump these out.
It's not even like a Xbox Series S day one release or day two. It's not like that special thing where you get a free avatar or whatever. It's just a regular box, right? Even then, I think I saw Adam DJ Bright said further up. Even then, like, why wouldn't they? Like, why won't you have waves? Hey, you were in the first 1 million units. You get it day one. Sorry, you didn't quite make the cut. You get it day 4 or you get it day 10, like when you would have gotten it when we restocked anyway. Like, why aren't there waves? Like, sorry to say, like a Kickstarter, a well-designed Kickstarter. Why aren't there waves? I find it too stressful for a hobby. It just feels too stressful for a hobby.
It is definitely part of the hobby. It is part of the hunt.
I was bugging Joe all day long about it. I'm like, why did Target just throw everything out of my cart? Why is this a thing I have to go through in 2020 still, where I have it in my cart, I'm punching in my credit card, and suddenly it's gone? Like, why is that a thing?
So that all said, in total disclosure to all of this is I did get a pre-order.
You got 3 pre-orders. You got my pre-order.
Yeah. It was selling out.
That was cool. Yeah,
absolutely. I ended up, but I'm savvy. Like in the sense, I know the game. I've played this game before. I do it with Apple products. I do it with tech. I do it with all sorts of stuff. So I knew where to go. I knew what tabs. I knew what tools. I knew what to have going. And I got a pre-order for my sister on Amazon. I got a pre-order. That's a PS5, and I got my pre-order in person at a GameStop. Because as soon as I knew that they were opening, I was like, no, I'm not going to go. And then I was like, you know what? This smells wrong. This smells like Sony's doing something weird. Let me go to my local GameStop. And as soon as I did, I walked in, and then I got like one of the last 3, and then they sold out. Like they were done. They were like, we don't have any more. And we're not going to get any more until after lunch. Mm-hmm. GameStop, like the biggest video game. Like it is the only.
Well, I guarantee you, they're going to have at least 5 or 6 used copies they're selling for $10 less, right?
Well, they're already opening them.
They're already opening.
And they rip it open before they hand it to you. Yeah. So, and then again today, Microsoft had their pre-order. Woo! Yep.
Disaster.
Microsoft, and it was just equally disaster. So, again, same process happened. There was more organization in the sense that like
they had links everywhere.
Yeah, they had links everywhere. Everyone was ready to go. So this is again other side of the spectrum on well organized pre-order. Everyone had their links ready to go. Everyone had portal pages like here's the come here soon. You know, sign up for this. GameStop, when you went to their website and tried to, they did a virtual queue, and they said a big old black screen came up that said, "Hey, you're in the queue. Don't refresh this page. As soon as you get in line."
Just like Cawshis or any other well-designed.
I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, if you notice,
why didn't Microsoft have that?
So yeah, they didn't have that either. So Microsoft's page was broken, which is weird. I mean, they got hammered. It was absolutely a mess.
Microsoft got broken. Like, is there any hope for us normies?
Yeah.
If Microsoft's website goes down, it's ridiculous.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I'll give you 15 cash or 16 credit.
Yeah. Is it? I thought it was $4.99. It's only $3.99. I thought it was $4.99 for the PlayStation 5.
Well, it's the digital. The digital version is a $3.99. $4.99 for the full. So again, it was messy and websites couldn't do it. I will say the stock lasted longer. It from what I was looking at it from the side of like helping people with pre-orders and whatnot. Amazon and Best Buy waited later. They waited 40 minutes after Target and Walmart and even Microsoft opened the doors.
Did Amazon sell the Series S?
Yeah.
Were they selling the S? I could not find it. I did
the SKU. So they had a portal page.
Yeah, I went to the portal page.
Got hammered to the point that it got pulled.
You couldn't get to it anymore. Yep.
Yep. And then eventually they threw the X up first.
Mm-hmm.
And then the X sold out, and then the S got thrown up. That's how Amazon did theirs.
Okay.
With Best Buy, it looks like they were doing waves. They were like allocating like maybe 1,000, and then sell out, and it would go, wait, and then you'd click on it and say due to high demand. We can't add this to your cart.
Why not a queue system? Why would they be so dumb?
They didn't set that up. Who knows? So the waves were happening hour after hour. So I mean, I ended up getting yours pretty late in the game, right? It was like 1 p.m.
I think it was like 1 p.m.
It was like 1 p.m. and it went live like at 10, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty far along in the time frame for a company like Best Buy, but they were releasing in waves. And as soon as I did it,
far along for I mean, it's not.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's not, right? It's a product that's gonna be out forever. But for that launch day window, for the people that wanted it that day, and the hype and the buying.
Oh, it was like 3:30 actually. You picked it up at like 3:30.
Yeah, there you
go. My
yeah.
time, Eastern time, 3:30. So well after.
Well after the 10 o'clock that it started on my end, and 11 o'clock your end. So yeah, again.
So here, yeah. This is, I mean, it didn't happen with my Star Wars Squadrons because I ordered it digital, right? It's waiting there and it's already pre-installed. I'm just waiting for the key to finally open the stupid thing, right? So I'm just glad this pre-order shit didn't happen with my Star Wars Squadron. I like how Sibling Streamer, I like how they edit their own thing, right? That's good. I like to keep it family friendly. Well done. We don't have the same aggressive filters that you do, Sibling Streamer. They're on Tuesdays before us. Brother, sister, and they ban people who say dirty words in the chat, for the record. So
really,
not banned. No, you get censored for a short while. Your post never comes up. Some Twitch streamers do it. It's great.
I'm waiting for an all black edition of the PS5. Yeah, I can see that.
But it looks so good in white.
It does look good in white and black.
It looks so good in white.
I think both of the systems look sexy in their own way. Every one of the systems looks great.
Joe, they could be in trash bags, and you would say that you're such a fan. Yeah, that is yes.
No.
What's the least sexy system?
The Jaguar.
Oh, come! I mean, of the modern era, Jaguar. Come on,
the modern era. The modern era. So like PS1 and up.
Yeah, PS1 and up.
Man.
I mean, it's the Xbox, obviously.
Yeah, right. You're right. The original Xbox. You're right. What's interesting?
This isn't a trick question.
No, you're absolutely right. I wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah, no, right. Watches your show.
Let's pretend somebody that watches the show had a decent run on the blackjack table and may or may not have a few hundred to finally replace their PS3 system with. Which system would you choose for your launch day? For launch day, the Xbox.
So yeah, that's interesting. So let's that's a great segue, Rolls. You brought it in. So let's talk about that. So we've got two Titans, right?
Mm-hmm.
November 10th, November 12th.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did it on purpose, man. This is it. I haven't seen this in a while. Like the PS5 and the Xbox One both launched 3 weeks difference. It was like the 14th of November and then like the 27th or something like that of November. So it was like a good week and a half, within the 3 week range. This time around, they're like within days, and it's interesting. These systems aren't ready. Let's just put it that way. If you have a PS4 or an Xbox One right now, do not buy the new systems.
Oh, I just did it. What?
Isn't anything a Stadia though? Like at this point, like can't you just like go to the website and play? Like
I think aren't they buried with the ETs in the desert?
They are. So, Rolls, these systems aren't ready for prime time. Again,
that's a bold statement, man. Everyone just sold them out in the last 3 days, right? All the systems are sold out, and you're saying they're not worth buying.
They're not worth buying for the normal consumer. They are worth buying for if you are someone that buys stuff day one. If you get excited for the most, if you watch movies day one, you go to the theater and camp out for that movie day one. You buy your tickets day one. They're for me.
Yeah, it's like if it's free.
But I know lots of people like me. Like I've been talking and chatting all day with people that are like, "Did you get one? Did I get one? Whatever." You know, that's I know. I smell my own. Like I know. I'm like
Joe is giving me a hard time because he's like, "Look at this guy buying things on the first day."
I know. I totally get
Who are you and what have you done with Pedro?
So Pedro bought his Xbox Series S because his fan is starting to go bad on his launch window.
Oh
Xbox.
no, it's dead. I have to put a big fan on it to keep it cool. I can feel the heat coming off of it. I've jury rigged a cooling device above my Xbox One, so that's where I am.
So what you're saying? Yeah,
worth holding out to a used copy inventory at GameStop builds up and save $100 or so, or go my route and get the Xbox. I bought the digital Xbox. $299 is the perfect price for me for what I need. I don't need the high end system. I don't need a drive. I don't need any of that
so
stuff.
You're knocking on the door of the conversation. I love it. That's exactly right. So here's the scenario. If you don't have an Xbox One or a PS4, if you missed last gen or you didn't invest too much money into it, I cannot emphasize enough that the Xbox is paving the way for kind of the future of gaming. With Game Pass, it's definitely like you buy your console and you have a big catalog of games to play.
You got 130 games on a console. What system launched with that many games, right? 130 games right off the bat.
So here's the conversation I had with a buddy of mine. We were talking about, he's Steve. He's been a co-host on the show, and we were going back and forth, friend of the show, and he's definitely
PlayStation.
Yeah,
right?
He's a PlayStation guy. He's a big PlayStation guy. So we were going back and forth, blah blah blah. When after the 40-minute Sony presser, and he's like, "Oh, that one." I'm like, "What are you talking about? They spent 10 minutes on Call of Duty, which is coming out in the last gen. Like, what are we talking about here?" So we were talking back and forth on, "Well, look at all these games that are launched," and then here's the lies of Sony. And again, I have to call them out. I pre-ordered both of them, guys, but I have to call them out. And Sony has been lying. They lied quite a bit. Here's the scenario. Their big mantra since they announced the PS5 is they're moving forward. They're not looking back. Right. They're moving forward.
They're next gen all the time.
Next gen all the time. They showed off games, their last presser, like what is it? Horizon, the sequel to Horizon's it's like Into the West or something like that. They showed it off and we're like, yes, let's here's our new console. Here's our new generation. This is what's gonna happen. I love it. The oh my god rant, please. I love it. So here's the problem: is they showed it off again right before they didn't open up their pre-order window. They're like, oh, here are the games that you can play day one. Right after the pre-order window launched, PlayStation released a blog post, and we're like, by the way, here is the list of games that are coming out for launch. And then above that, in one small paragraph, they put, by the way, if you, we here at Sony understand that the carryover, the crowd will, the bleed over from PS4 to PS5 will be a slower trail. So we are going to release Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Horizons Into the West, and Sackboy, 3 of the games that they touted as launch titles or within launch window or reasons to buy a PlayStation 5 will now be also available at PS4 on launch.
That's great. I can't wait to get a PS4 on discount and play these games.
Right. So here's that's a big move, but a huge omission.
I'm sorry.
To put in your 40-minute diatribe.
Sony has a exclusive game called Sackboy. A big adventure.
So it's the little Sackboy is the little big planet. He's actually called Sackboy. Yes. Pun away.
That's. I mean, Sackboy: A Big Adventure has a lot of phrasing issues. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I mean, as an Xbox guy, I mean, we know all about teabagging. So
right, just gonna put it out there.
Put it out there. Yeah, so Sony again, they're omitting facts, they're omitting things, they're making sure they're letting the narrative of the fans kind of flow and then not correcting them with any type of like official presser. We didn't get any official in that Sony blog, in that giant post after that. They still didn't tell us, hey, by the way, is your system backwards compatible? They announced, they said, oh, here's our PlayStation Plus Gold library. They gave us this like back catalog of PS4 games that you can play for free, which is fantastic. Great. So if you buy PS4, you'll get to play a lot of the big exclusive PS5. Or if you didn't buy PS4 and you buy PS5, you'll be able to play a lot of these PS4 games that you missed out on.
So you don't have to buy them again.
Right.
That's nice.
I thought that was great. But then they also didn't go ahead and say, oh, by the way, what if I do already own the disc for that game? Can I just pop it in? No mention of that. In that giant presser, not one mention. You know where we got it from? We got it in an interview from the Washington Post.
Oh, exclusive
with the president of Sony. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, why can't we get official wording? Because they know that they're gonna get drugged by going, oh, by the way, Xbox has backwards compatibility with first gen, second gen, and third gen. PlayStation can only play PlayStation 4 and 5.
So they're trying to avoid giving Xbox ammunition to attack them, even though they're being attacked.
Right.
All right.
They're really like, so the narrative is the fans run with it by going, we've got more launch titles, PlayStation over Xbox. And I'm like, you have one game. And so now we look at the title. If we look at the title.
Wait. Are we transitioning to the next big news we got yesterday?
We're going there. We're going.
You're doing it. But so, before we do, Joe, I just Rolls desperately wants to know what he needs to spend his blackjack money on. For the record, he just.
Yes.
I mean, so you know what my answer is? My answer, Rolls, is Dwarven Forge terrain. This way, you could play some. That's my answer all the time. No,
just blow it on hookers and blow.
Hookers and blow.
No,
Vegas, right?
I want to say right now.
He only has a PlayStation 3. He wants
none of the titles you bought on PS3, none of the digital titles, or even your PlayStation 1 classics are downloadable on a PS4 or a PS5.
But should he buy a dirt cheap PS4 just to play some cool games from that generation?
Sure. Again, none of the titles you already own. So your entire PS3 library, just cut it off, move it to the side. That's now an isolated bubble.
You're now retro gaming. Whenever
you're now retro gaming with PS3, sadly. And PS4 onward is now this new generation where they're using the same architecture and they're going to bring things over for Sony.
So should he just skip? I mean, like if he's got the extra money, should he just skip from PS3 straight to PS5? Sure. Why try to save money if he wants to
jump in? If he wants to jump into the ecosystem that is Sony, go for it. You're going to get to be able. If you buy a PlayStation 5 day one, if you only have $500 to spend, and you drop it on the table at a GameStop or a Best Buy or whatever, if you could still do that, and you walk in and you buy your console and you unpack it, you plug it into your TV, you will get to play the built-in Astro Boy game.
That's it.
That is it. You might have a card in there for maybe a month of free plus, which might give you access to those backwards compatible titles.
So it sounds like the answer is get the digital Xbox.
Right. If you buy the Xbox,
$200.
If you buy the Xbox, you spend the $299 for a base digital S. You then probably, because the pack-in is usually a 3-month card, a 3-month window. Game Pass.
At least a month.
At least a month. And right then and there, you get access to games from PlayStation 1, from the original PlayStation, the 360, and Xbox. Original Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. So all 3 of those generations are backwards compatible, and it's over 130 games. Does PS4 get access to the PS4 library that comes with? No, they do not. That is a PS5 exclusive add-on. It is their gold, like, oh, here are the titles from our previous gen. You can play them on PS5.
It's crazy.
So you don't get that. So talking about things that you don't get, real quick, before we move on to the next story, is the Sony Miles Morales game. That once they finally came out and said, oh, by the way, yes, it's coming out for PS4. So it's technically an expanded story. It's like a standalone title expansion of the original Spider-Man.
Right.
If you spend the $69.99 price on the PlayStation 5 copy, you get a copy of Spider-Man for PS5. If you own a copy of PS4 Spider-Man and pop it into your PS5, it does not give you the PS5 copy.
You still have to play off the 4.
You still have to play off the 4. You have to repurchase the game. And it will not bring over.
It's such a great game. I want to buy it twice, though.
Yeah. I mean, it is a great game, but this is, again, a big difference from companies. Xbox is selling you a game now for your original X or your Xbox One, and you can do the smart delivery system. I mean, they've been touting that smart delivery. You buy a game now. You buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla for your Xbox One, and as soon as you buy an Xbox, Series X or Series S, you turn it on, the game comes over, and it is the version optimized for that.
I can't wait to do this.
That's great. That's smart delivery. Sony is not doing that. And that is upsetting. And again, it was after the presser, after the pre-orders had
2020, Sony. What are you doing? It's 2020.
Makes no sense to me.
Now. It's the only thing that can give us the future anymore is video games. Everything else is on fire. Why can't we just have backwards compatibility and save files that carry over and all the stuff we should have?
So that said, the only game you can buy launch title that you can't play anywhere else right now, it's actually 2 games, is the remake to Demon Souls will be the only launch title for PS5 that is PS5 exclusive, basically a title.
Remake. That's
a remake.
Exciting.
And then Destruction All-Stars, some like Destruction Derby game, it's a PS5 exclusive title. That's
I'm sure some diehard fans out there that are
every other game is not an exclusive title to the PS5 and can be played on a PS4. I mean, so let's go flip over to the Xbox. So Xbox has no games. They lost a Halo Infinite that was going to be their big launch title. Mm-hmm. So technically, they don't have a exclusive Xbox Series X or S game launching that day. They do have a few titles like Cyberpunk will be coming out the next week, etc. That you can buy on the old system and get on the new one, but it's not an exclusive title launching only that you can't play on another system. But that's kind of been Xbox's motto here on out. They're smart delivery. Buy an old game or buy a game today, you could play it on your new system. Yep.
Why have to keep your old system around? Totally.
Right. So that said, they have no games, right? Well, here's the big thing is, and of course I woke up yesterday and was like drinking my coffee and was just like,
yeah, I was like, first of all, the number is staggering, right?
By the way, that is more money than Disney paid for Star Wars.
I know it is.
I just want to put that out there.
I didn't even know Microsoft had this much money, right?
That's their war chest.
Didn't they buy Minecraft for $2 billion, right? Like, how is this? That's almost $10 billion they've spent on these acquisitions. Billion dollars. That is astronomical for Fallout 76, right? You're like, no one would pay more than nothing for Fallout 76.
You get it for free. It's on Game Pass already. Look, this is a huge move. This is big dick energy. There is no other way to put it. There's no.
We don't say that. There's better ways to put it. Come on.
What's another way to put it? I
don't know. This is Dark Jedi energy. Let's go with that.
Right? Let's go with that. It is
Emperor Palpatine energy is what we've got.
It is definitely
or WAP energy.
Yeah, there we go. It's straight up WAP energy. Let's put it either way. Whatever you want to do, it is walking in knowing you're a daddy Warbucks and you just swing.
It is ridiculous. It's $7.5 billion. And I mean, the memes were worth $7.5 billion as folks reacted to this acquisition, right? Let's just talk about some of the games. I mean, Doom, we see it right there. Elder Scrolls.
That to me is near and dear love to my heart.
No, I know. And there are some hardcore fans of Doom. great properties, solid games have been coming out.
Wolfenstein,
which I love. I mean, any game that has me killing Nazis, outright killing Nazis, thumbs up for that game, right? What else we got? We got Dishonored, great single player role playing game.
Dishonored.
You got Skyrim, which of course,
that's Elder Scrolls in general. That means Elder Scrolls Online. That means Elder Scrolls 7.
Are they going to release Skyrim on a new generation? Didn't they're going to do another generation?
Of course they will. Why wouldn't you?
So right. Grand Theft Auto 5 and Skyrim, we can always guarantee no matter what generation we're on, Xbox Series S, 30 years from now, they're releasing Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Doom Guy for Smash.
I want the Halo Doom Guy nod. I want either an armor set on Halo Infinite that matches the Doom Guy, kind of like a skin, or vice versa. I want a Doom Eternal Halo Master Chief like armor set. Like, I'm just like,
because people are reading your dream journals.
Oh, they're reading my dream journal.
Terrible. So yeah, Smash. I mean, yeah, this is all of the properties. I saw someone post. Yeah, they didn't realize that they had all this. This is crazy. Look at this.
It's nuts. It's a ton. It's a ton.
Fallout 76.
So here's the big one. I want to point out they now own Tango Gameworks. Tango Gameworks was started by, what is his name? Shinji. He's one of the creators of Resident Evil. He left Capcom to start his own series. And so if you remember that PS5 presser, there was a game on there that everyone was like, oh, it looks so cool. That's Ghostwire. So Microsoft will now be publishing a title for PlayStation 5 before the end of it all. I was just like, wait a minute. Are they going to pull? No, it's obviously contractually obligated, but I can't wait for them to like make sure that the intro says Xbox Game Studios when they load up a PlayStation 5 game.
I didn't even think of it like how. Wow, that's
how trolling.
And that's worth $7.5 billion.
That's worth more.
I mean, like, there's a lot of money I would pay to troll another company that way. $7.5 billion.
But you load up your Sony game, play your Xbox. What the?
Yeah. Just maybe you can have the Xbox drinking something right there.
So how you liking that game? It's done by my studios. Yeah. So again, we have talked about this over and over. Xbox, while the system is being sold, and we're talking about the pre-order of the box, it means jack. Because if you've got a PlayStation, or if you've got a PlayStation or a Switch or a PC, Microsoft is coming. They are releasing games. They are a game studio company, and they will be releasing games. Yep. Minecraft is going to show up on PlayStation 5.
And they are all for subscription services. That's what they're going to do. They're going to have all these exclusives on their subscription service, get people to pay $25 to join. And 23 first-party studios. Yeah. How are they not a monopoly already? Like, how are they not being investigated? I guess there's still EA out there and Nintendo. I guess there's a few. Double Fine. Holy cow.
It's tons. If you look through this, there's tons of games. I mean,
this just makes the Ultimate Pass better and better. And I hate advertising their pass all the time, but it's crazy the games they have available on that pass now.
Yeah, and of course EA is available day one as well. EA Play, EA Access is on there as well. So that's a big one. That's
could be huge. A lot of great games there.
The Initiative, they haven't released
Star Wars games. Yep.
I mean, Turn 10 has been theirs for a while. I mean, the Forza series, the Undead Labs, they did State of Decay. I mean, that's theirs. I can't even believe that. I forget that that's theirs.
That was their big day. That was their big display at the Microsoft thing like 3 years ago. I think they had State of Decay on there. And it's a fun game. If you've ever played State of Decay 2, it's a fun multiplayer game. Good little zombie resource management game. Very fun. Multiplayer especially. So there we go. Bethesda. It's gonna be
they're at that huge screen and they're honoring that time just because I can't wait. I can't imagine them it just saying Ghostworks Studios. I want it to say like Xbox Game Studios since that's what it is.
It's just saying it looks better on Xbox Game Studios, right? Like, you just have some sort of tagline.
Yeah, no, you are absolutely right. The initiative is going to surprise a lot of people. A whole lot of mighty talent. Yes, no, absolutely right. That's what game are they working on though? Like I'm trying to remember. They haven't announced anything, right? But I know that the developers there. It's a very specific one. I can't remember.
I think it also is creating a kind of like stable of triple S games, right? Maybe triple AA games like Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, those like MMOs that are games as a service, it allows them to offer this along with their Pirates game. I always forget the name of it.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. So they're starting to build a real stable of MMOs that are going to be just basic staples. They can just put a little money into keeping people in their subscription service that have become addicted to these games, right? There's no reason for them not to offer these for free. Hey, we'll maintain these as long as you pay your subscription. It's like World of Warcraft, except 5 or 6 different games that people can jump on and play.
Yep.
It's big. I mean, it's ridiculously big what they can do here. They've got a lot of flexibility in owning the market or convincing more people to pay $2.99 for that console and $25 a month for Ultimate, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
So I'm interested to see. This war is already kicked off. I mean, the money has been spent, blood has been shed, meetings have been made. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out, like, I only see an upwards trajectory for Xbox with their stable of games, their studios, their method of delivery, and the Game Pass motto. With PlayStation 5, while everyone says the glitz and glamour and everyone says that they were a better system and they showed more games that they wanted to play, that's subjective, but they didn't show me anything in those 40 minutes that they were showing me that their new console or what their new console could do. They didn't show me anything about the future of PSN. They didn't show me about their digital version of their console. So how do I keep games on there? What are the prices of my
They didn't give me anything that made me want to switch or buy a second console.
Yeah, like
they didn't. PlayStation fans would have bought a PlayStation.
You're already king of shit mountain. You're already there. You're already on top. Now show me why you belong there. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. And I get that they showed like this sizzle reel of games.
Aren't they already? They're on their own mountain. Xbox
That's,
is playing.
I think that's what they realize is they're on top of this mountain and they're like, yeah, we won. And they look down and they realize that no one is actually following them up this mountain anymore.
Yeah, Xbox is over there doing whatever they want to do. They're like, no.
By the way, we're publishing games for your system now.
Yeah. See you next week.
I don't get it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What a beautiful world.
Oh man, it's been fun. It's been a fun launch week. My wallet is steaming.
Oof, yeah, no, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Fun. So let's transition. The pre-order is over. I have my consoles in line. Cawshis has his consoles. Pedro over here is going to get a series as he has joined the next gen day one. I'm so it's going to be great to be able
the
to
bottom end of the next gen, but I'm in there. I'm in.
And again,
I'm holding on to the bottom rung.
Let's hold on to that. We can make fun of it all we want, but it is the same CPU. It is a lower clock GPU, basically the graphics card, so that it doesn't have to do 4K natively. It does 1440p, upscaled to 4K. And
I love that. Like we need to just put the numbers up for everybody.
All you need to know is you buy a game for whatever the next gen consoles, and it plays it.
Yeah, that's all I need to know.
That's all you need
and
to
it's
know.
a big leap for me because I'm going from like a day 6 Xbox One, right? I'm going from I never bought the new series ones. I never upgraded.
New Halo subscription. You know, I don't know. I don't know if Infinite would be that way. I definitely know that games like Destiny and all of those have played that like shooter MMO style as a subscription. I wouldn't say no to a Halo universe style game like that. Maybe
why not level up, grind out gear?
I mean, we could talk about game journals, our game dream journals all day long, and it kind of fulfilled some of them with this acquisition. They already owned Obsidian Entertainment, and they now own Bethesda, and those two together made one of the best Fallout games.
Now kiss again.
And give us New Vegas 2.
Kiss again.
If you take a glass and we look identical to each other.
Yep, they look the same.
Yep.
It's true. It's true. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm trying to figure out what game as a service. I mean, obviously, I want Star Wars Squadrons as a service, but it's gonna be right. It's gonna be an awesome multiplayer game. I can't wait. So that drops in a couple weeks.
Which is EA. So I'm wondering, is it going to be part of EA Play?
So EA Play, like, isn't that the basic version we're getting? We're not getting the premium EA Play. They have like 2 tiers, right? Yeah.
Right. But I'm wondering, I don't know.
Who knows?
Shinji Maki. That's the creator or one of the main developers of the initiative.
Right. I think Duke might have been answering something way back when. So appreciate it.
So I want to be sure of that. Yeah. So and again, they better add the huge screen in. They're still honoring the times because for Ghostwire. Yep. So that timed exclusive is there for them. So, man, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see. It's interesting to me where a system like a PC has been running Microsoft DOS and Microsoft Windows, and Doom and Quake and Wolfenstein were all games that I played day one on that, and they now belong to the makers of that operating system. Like it's weird to me to say that, but like I'm glad. Bethesda was making some weird decisions with Fallout 76. So let's see if having that new energy and being part of a stable of 23 studios allows you to
I don't know what happened there, but I just remembered that MMO announcement for Fallout 76 and me being like, why? Like, why do you think this game would fit? I mean, we talked about it before. Check out the episode on Fallout. Yeah. Why do they think they would fit this model? But
and they fix it now.
Yeah. Oh, they might. Rumor has it the initiative is working on a new Perfect Dark game. Excellent. Let's just make it 1988 all over again. Why not? Let's just enjoy all the old games on our brand new next-gen systems. I love it. Remakes are great.
Yeah, the other game that's coming out is what is it? The Time Loop game. That's the other game that they're making for the PlayStation 5 that is now owned by Bethesda Studios.
Is it Braid? What's the Time Loop game? I don't know.
It's what's Control. It called? I'll bring it up. Time Loop, PS5, Deathloop. Deathloop. So that's being done by Bethesda.
I'm down with that. And
it's now published by Xbox Game Studios.
I'm down with it.
So let's transition from games. We're happy. We're excited. I want to talk about something that we didn't get to talk about last week because Pedro was out. And
I apologize, everyone. I know you missed me.
We're gonna talk about. I felt like we didn't get to talk about it last week, or I don't get to geek out enough.
Oh my gosh, you don't get to geek out enough about Dune every day. My one hatred of this trailer is that it is not long enough. It is not the movie. It is not now, right?
Right.
It's great. Right. It gives me everything I want. It's fantastic. Are we going to close out the show watching 3 minutes of this again?
We'll talk about it. So, first off, Dennis Villanova has given us again. I talked about it last week. I love the look of it. I love the colors. I think his color palette have always been great. He did a great job with Blade Runner.
Yep. And he's spot on so far with these palettes. The shots are wide enough. Looks like a lot of detail. I'm excited for it. A lot of love went into this. You could tell. The box is awesome. The Bene Gesserit, yes. Keep going.
So we're seeing some changes, of course. How much of this is following along with the Lynch version?
So I mean, how much could you follow along with the Lynch version? Right? It's ridiculous. Also, this movie has everybody because everyone's out of work. Like, why does this movie have everybody in it? How much did this movie cost to make? It is
a lot. I love it. Throw money at it. I'm excited for, again, I've talked about this before. I'm excited for a sci-fi genre that is so weird that people won't get it. The first one.
Yeah. There was a lot of folks who spent a lot of time explaining every scene in this trailer to folks who don't get it. A lot of primers being put together on how to read or interpret Dude. Oh, good. Batista as the Beast is such a good casting. Just such perfect casting. Yeah. No, I'm drooling over this. It looks fantastic. I even like the little armor. And Aquaman, excited for him to tear everybody apart in that movie. It's going to be great. Do you think every one of these scenes was in the Lynch version? Yeah, Lynch touched all these scenes.
There's a lot of scenes that aren't in the Lynch version, or a lot of.
Well, he's doing 2 films, right? So he's got more time to play around with.
So this is a 2-part at least, and we know that this part we're not going to touch to the end. Like, this is going to probably end maybe right after he gets into the desert, or maybe a little. You think
it's going to end when he gets into the desert? I assume it's going to end when he's
just a little bit further, because obviously he's in the armor and whatnot. Maybe once he drinks the water of life or whatever.
Spoilers, everyone, but we know Dune cold, for the record. We know Dune cold.
We do. We were talking about this last episode by myself. I was kind of explaining to the crowd here, to the empty mic, that Dune is a weird book. Like the series in general, like this movie is like scratches the surface of how far Dune goes. It's like 35,000 years worth of timeline into like the 6 books or the 5 books that is the Dune, the Frank Herbert series. And within that, I mean, Muad'Dib here is like book, like half a first book or whatever. It's like after that we start going into like his son, and his son is even like crazier stuff. Talking about like
it all gets wackadoo. His
super wackadoo, and I love it.
Daughter tries to revolt against him, and Duncan Idaho keeps coming back again and again and again. It's multiple copies.
He's like a clone of a clone. Get the spy. I mean, hell, I think Arrakis even gets blown up at one point. It gets blown up. They find a way to make the spice elsewhere. You've got, I mean, it's just all sorts of interesting things that I would love to see a movie series go that crazy. And
it would just be for us. We'd be the only two people there.
Like, ooh, is this the Matra? Are these the Matra? Are they these are the Bene Gesserit that left and came back even crazier, right? You know, their powers are sex and brain manipulation.
Well, not yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Like, let's talk about
There's a little bit of that. Yeah, no. Can you imagine like going there with someone who's not familiar with the series, and you basically have to explain everything though? Like it would not be. Yeah, it would not be the most enjoyable.
He's now the God Emperor, baby. He's the God Emperor.
It's God Emperor. No, that's his sister. Yeah, I know. No, just keep watching. Just watch for a second longer.
The Bene Gesserit are afraid of them now. Like, what was going on?
Because she drank the water of life. I knew the memories of all the mothers.
All the mothers.
What's huh?
This is how I felt walking into a break room at the last season of Game of Thrones, where everyone's bickering and throwing names out, and I'm just like, what? I didn't read the books anymore because A, there's no more books to read, and B, like I stopped watching after the Red Wedding. What's going on here?
What's happening? What's your
Oh, they introduced 17 more characters? Oh, but they're already dead? Oh, okay.
Good to get into the cast. Yeah. Yeah, or it's like it's like anybody who's walking into
the cast is as big as cat. Hey, but we don't have any edits of buttholes and yet. And Jason Derulo is not sad about it. Have you read the article about it? He's so sad. He thought it was like going to be the next big thing, and he was like so sad about like all the fact that it was made fun of. So he kind of there's kind of like a sad guy like Keanu meme for him. He's just like he kind of put his heart into this movie, and it didn't.
Cats?
Yeah, Cats.
I mean, I'm sure everybody who worked on it put their heart into it, right? It's sad when you do that, and it's not like it's sad a little bit, right? But also, dude, you're working on Cats. You must have known something was going on.
You must have known.
Did no one like? Are you working on Cats? Really? That's or like, oh, I just got chosen for Cats, and you're like, oh, that's a good joke. Wow, that's like, Cats. This guy's working
for real.
Come on. Meanwhile, Dune, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
Sure, the markers of.
Biodome?
I love that movie.
Is that a Polish Shore?
Viva Biodome, man! Come on. Yes, of course, it's a Pauly Shore movie. It's a Pauly Shore and a Stephen Baldwin, like the forgotten Baldwin brother.
The cokehead Baldwin? I guess they were all cokehead.
Yeah, what are you talking about? They're late 80s, early 90s. Of course they were all cokeheads.
Biodome, my God.
Purple sticky punch.
I don't understand how you are quoting this film. How many times have you seen it?
Come on, it's Biodome. See, Rose gets it. It's like, I'm gonna call you purple sticky punch. Come on, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. Come on, I love when they make that. Here's one of my favorite scenes. To this day, it's one of those scenes that I think about.
Where's the and Joe reviews a movie that's 30 years old banner? Where is that message?
They make an air filter out of all the cigarette butts. So they put all the cigarette butts in a filter, and they're like, and it works. And I'm just like, I don't know if that works.
I think it's the scientists on this film. It's ridiculous.
Love it.
Also, cigarette butts. I mean, like no one talks about those anymore, right?
Right,
in movies
right.
For sure. Different time.
What do we got here? Chips Challenge is free on Steam. 90s kids remember. I don't remember this, but I'm gonna bring this up because my producer put it down there for me to talk about. So I'm gonna I don't remember this game, man.
Is Chips Challenge trying to find the left foot? The left shoe for his foot?
Oh my God. Is this one of the games that came with the Microsoft Entertainment Pack? Can you scroll down for a second? Yeah, Entertainment Pack 4 Chips Challenge. It's free. 144 levels. Okay. I'm all for it. We talked about weird games last
week.
It was great. We talked about we had Vagabond came in and gave us some recommendations, some indie titles, and they were on point. Weird.
They were weird
games. Weird games. Let me tell
Chips. Yeah, no. That's interesting. 90s kids. So 90s kids played that game. Is that?
Well, I mean, we got to talk about like PC. Like you didn't have many games. You might have been sitting at your computer. You played like Ski Free, Solitaire. Any games that were like the pinball game that came with Windows.
XCOM came out in 95. I don't know.
You're like, I played video games.
Yeah, I know. That the 90s was when PC Master Race was PC Master Race, all right?
Yeah.
That's the golden age of games where Atari kids were playing. Yeah.
So real quick, we'll transition to next year. Things are still in lockdown. My kiddo's school had a positive confirmation.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, so it's been a mess, and that means that things aren't reopening. So here we have BlizzCon announced online only, 2021 already.
So they're gonna go with BlizzCon line.
BlizzCon line.
What Yale graduate thought
of
that?
And guess who owns that now? Microsoft. Like Bethesda, it's software.
Commander Keen was great. That was great.
Keen was great.
I feel like I discovered Commander Keen well after it came out, but it was great.
It was for kids who owned a PC but didn't know about Myst and such.
Yeah, no, exactly. Unsupervised children that probably should not have been playing on a PC. Yep.
For getting the OG Minesweeper.
Minesweeper's great. You can't forget it. It's still out there. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to break any hearts in the last 5 minutes of this show, but I anticipate PAX East 2021 being canceled. I pretty much anticipate all of 2021 being canceled. Like we're in a place now where we should just cancel everything. All your plans, cancel them. Forget it. Nothing's happening for another 2 years. I know. But it's September and we're not talking about ticket ordering. And it looks to me like PAX Online just closed out their 2 weeks and we were done. I'm sorry. But there will be maybe a Cawshis where I can get at least 10 of my favorite friends together to play some games for the weekend, right? We need to have something where we all get together, even if it's not a massive con. And I mean, it's not just a mask, right? But it is a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining 60,000 gamers descending on a city. That's an outbreak that's going to happen, right? That's not something you can do.
Yeah. I mean, didn't Sturgis go well?
I don't know. Did it? I don't.
No, it did not.
Was that the bike thing, Sturgis?
Yeah.
No, that did not go well.
It did not go well.
I mean, Trump's rally killed Herman Cain. Like, what are we gonna do? I'm sorry. Like, these events kill people. Like, literally kill people.
It killed the Godfather of pizza.
I don't like if this was a normal year, we would all be mourning the death of the Godfather of pizza. Instead, now we're like, well, I guess that's what 2020 gives us, right?
Oh man. So I don't know. Did you refresh Amazon during the pre-order thing?
I mean, once you got me my copy, I didn't go any.
So I love that the Air Dogs ranked. So I don't know if you go into Amazon and you try to pull up a page that's like broke.
And you get a dog. Yep.
So it's like I love with it. This is what new game journalists were like writing about today. They're like, well, how can we make a story about it? And sure enough, they ranked the dogs of Amazon.
Can we pause for a second?
By the way, notice they all have number one because they're all the best boy or girl.
11 out of 10. That's how we rate dogs, right? I just want to put this out here for a second. I didn't realize there were different dogs.
Oh, you just saw the
Just honest to God, I did not know.
You were just so angry about it. You were like, I don't give a fuck your dog.
Dog.
You know, that's why they put the dog there. They were like, make you happy. It's broken, but look,
nope.
dog.
No. I didn't even look at these. These dogs are so different from the one I remember in my head.
I saw a lot of Bowser. Bowser and me were fighting.
Is it Bowser? I don't.
Yeah. I never got to see Scarlet. Oh, look at that.
11 out of 10. You're gonna rate all these dogs 11 out of 10.
Wesley, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's
such
great.
a regal dog. I think I got a lot of Baileys. That's what happened to me.
Peak Kodak. Oh, look at Ike. They're so regal.
Oh, that beard is excellent. Ike. I
Beard.
love it.
They just keep going. They just
Are they making up dogs at this point? I don't remember all these dogs. That is hilarious.
See everyone in a few years when Microsoft releases the Xbox X, Xbox, whatever the horse.
There definitely should be a series in there somewhere. Xbox
Now,
X series.
What we need to know is do they have the cats of the cats of Amazon?
Okay. Do they have cats? I
mean, I just figure, or are cats causing the breaking by pulling the wires out?
Yeah, exactly. Cats don't get that much love, like dogs.
Have you played? You've been playing Spiritfarer. Let's real quick before the end of the show. What have you been playing?
So we switched from Spiritfarer to that new Lucky game. I think we played the original. Now we're playing the revamped version. I started playing Undermine, which is good fun.
Yeah, how are you liking that?
Hey, it's a goofy little roguelike, and it's fun.
It's like Spelunky meets a roguelike.
Yeah, and
you come back.
It's way harder than I thought.
It's way hard.
It's way harder than I thought. Grinding that one out for fun. What else am I playing? I feel like I started. I started the Dark Crystal game.
Oh man,
the Dark Crystal
segue
tactical game. Sorry, why? What happened? What did I?
So, and let me bring that. So did we get to Netflix killing Dark Crystal right after they won an Emmy and start Supergirl ending? So Supergirl is ending after season 6. They're getting a proper ending, that's great. They talked about that today. Dark Crystal has been canceled by Netflix, so we're not going to get the next part of the Dark Crystal series.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm playing the game, which follows the series, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Wow, one season. How is it that expensive? They don't want to come back and pay.
No, they were like, well, what makes no sense is why would they announce it the day after it won an Emmy?
They didn't want to get anybody's hopes up, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm like, how do you have an award-winning series and then you cancel it? Like, what? Makes no sense to me. So, yeah. But how was the game?
I'm not that far into it. It's Final Fantasy Tactics, kind of. So you have characters and you turn-based combat. A
job system?
Yeah, it's got a job system and a leveling up system with all the tiers.
Go on.
Like that. But there's something missing. And I think it's one of those games that might require you to have watched the show to get the story. Like the story isn't being delivered through the game. I think it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just not there yet for me. Like they got all the characters, but none of the characters mean anything to me because I haven't watched the TV show. I didn't watch Age of Resistance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you have to have watched the show to enjoy the game completely because the story's not there.
So I want to touch base on Sakurai brought up. This is the month of Among Us. So again, we're in a weird time frame where everyone talks about the next big game, Cyberpunk, all the graphics and the ray tracing and the RTX, baby. But then the game that's got the internet in like turmoil right now, what everyone's playing is Among Us. Have you heard about this game?
This is Werewolf on a Spaceship, right? I mean,
right. So one person, it's a up to, I think, what is it, 13 or 10 players can hop in, and they're all different colors, and one of them is an alien, and he walks around and killing people.
I thought it was like a group, like there's like 2 or 3 that could be aliens, right? It's not just one.
I don't know, maybe.
Depending on the size of the people on the ship or in the group or whatever, you could have lots of aliens or a few aliens.
Right. So this is the game that everyone's been playing. I've known lots of people have been playing it. It's cheap. It's $4.99, and apparently it's cross-play with like your iOS. You can pick up the iOS version and play it.
Oh wow, that's
so. I think they even tell you like everyone hop on to like a voice chat of some sort. Play with 10 players online or local, and hop on with some sort of voice chat. It's cross-play between Android, iOS, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to hop on and like talk and play, and then it's been funny. The memes that have been coming out of it have been hilarious.
This is a multiplayer game delivered
low cost development,
delivered
providing
in
tons of
fun way, right? So only one is the imposter. I thought there were more. There were imposters.
Yeah, only one. The others fix the ship.
The others are trying to fix the ship while they're sabotaging and killing people. So it's great. I mean, that's fantastic. People just want to play games together. I don't know why they make it so hard.
You exile the imposter.
Yes.
You
airlock them. Classic Battlestar Galactica.
But I love it when you throw someone out that it doesn't. And it goes. Red was not the imposter. It's like, oh crap! He just gets like,
I told you, right? Wait. I was going to say something. So, like, asymmetric victory conditions are where it's at, right? It's no longer the frag fest where it's just like capture the flag to win games. Games are now way more interesting with their asymmetric victory conditions, where one team can win one way, the other team can win the other way, but they're trying to compete against each other in this way, right? The imposters are trying to kill everyone on the ship. The players are trying to find the imposter or repair the ship. That's so much fun. It's great. Look, I wish it was on the Xbox.
A game like this is cheap enough and small enough that I'm willing to put a call out here to our fans. If you pick up a copy of Among Us, $4.99, I will put up a post on Twitter and Facebook and say, "Hey, I'm going to be on Thursday. Let's play."
I'll play as well. And
I'm willing to do a 10
Let's just airlock Joe every game.
Let's do it. I mean, I can't imagine. I think Sibling Streamer can come on. It's $4.99. Let's play it. Let's
aim to do it this week. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I think we'll end the show there.
All right. Play some Among Us with us.
Play some Among Us.
There we go.
All right.
Just be prepared to be streamed and airlocked.
Yeah. Prepare to be.
And I'm gonna let Adam have.
What do the kids say? Yeeted.
That Sony rant deserves the airlock.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you, friends of the show, everybody.
Appreciate it. Episode 94 in the can.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Be kind.